Okay, guys, how y'all doing? We
Can't
got
see her
a
here. Can you see her here now?
clock must be fast. Sorry.
Yeah, we started a couple of minutes just to see if we could uh, turn off our incoming so
Yeah,
we would have more outgoing
we're
internet.
testing a theory here. We have been in contact with AT&T, and oh, we're looking at different satellite options and different ways to upload and all that kind of stuff, to live stream, and we're not getting any answers anywhere we go.
So we're trying
We're trying different theories.
things to see, and I'm trying to be still where they're all fuzzy and out of focus.
Okay.
I don't
That
know
ain't got nothing
that.
to do with that.
I don't know if that's going to be any better. Buffering here.
Yeah.
Grizz, kitty, kitty,
Kitty,
kitty.
kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty.
We usually buffer, but we were hoping that it would be a little bit less
Yeah.
with us not trying to
We
pull
cut, we
in
cut
the
out one of
feed.
the processes of putting the video back into YouTube right now.
Oh my goodness, Beth sold 10 loaves of my gluten-free bread mix that
At
she
the
made.
market today.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah. Where's your hat, Mr. Danny?
Hang on. Let me figure out how this camera works. There we go. Camouflaged hat for the men folk and for women folk who like to wear camouflage. Deep South Homestead hats are now on sale in our, how was it, in the description below?
Yes, in the description below, you can click that link and it'll take you to a site where you can buy hats and t-shirts. And I have on one of the
Yeah,
t-shirts.
she has one of the new
Let me
t-shirts
see.
on.
Can you see it?
Reseeding the skills of yesterday. This is another one of our sayings that we put on our shirts here from the lady who won.
Catherine.
Miss Catherine won a shirt. It's going to be shipped out now that we have them in.
On Monday. So
On
Miss
Monday.
Catherine will be getting her shirt Monday. She's the one that came up with this slogan that we put on the back when we had the contest. And so y'all probably wondering about my bone tired. We're just exhausted.
Well, we're
today.
exhausted, guys. I mean, we started at daylight this morning. We picked our snap beans or green beans or whatever y'all want to call them. We did that. We came in. We did our morning chores after that, which consisted of strawberries. Picked strawberries. Done our morning chores, which consist of feeding the animals, cleaning out cages, and all that kind of stuff. Got through doing that. Wanted to snap the beans while I went and hoed in the gardens, tied tomatoes, fertilized tomatoes, then went and cut and split 5 wagon loads of wood to finish out filling up our woodshed. Wanda canned all the green beans.
We had 8 pints of green beans, and then I made
Pecan cookies.
Well, I made jelly first.
Oh yeah, you made jelly first.
I
That's
did
right.
5 half pints of mulberry jelly. Then I made pecan cookies and an almond cake. What else did I do? I washed all the dishes
Washed all
after
the
all
dishes
that.
after that. You washed 2 loads of clothes.
Yeah. I made a movie.
And made a movie, and all this was by dinner.
I mean, we were on it, y'all.
Then after dinner, I went back to the fields in 90-degree heat index, hoeing fields.
Yeah.
Of course, we got 20-mile-an-hour winds here today, all day, nonstop. So it screwed up a lot of our stuff in the fields, but at the same time, it did. At least we had some cloud and some winds to be able to stand the heat and humidity.
Miss Catherine, your shirt's going to be on the way. This is the shirt. I've got one on, and I'm sending yours out Monday. And hey, Miss B Lady, I see people talking, but I'm just picking up. We got a lot of people.
We still have not had any rain here. We're expecting tomorrow. They're saying we could possibly have some heavy rains, maybe some severe weather. Don't know yet. We just have to wait and see.
Yeah. And somebody says, do we take a day of rest tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be our day of rest. We'll be at church all day.
Yes, we have an all day.
We have
One of them Baptist things.
It's one of them Baptist things where you have dinner on the ground and you have business meetings afterwards and all that stuff. We won't get home till probably 4 o'clock tomorrow evening. So our day of rest still consists of doing a lot of work.
South Georgia hydroponics has got corn getting knee deep, knee high. Our sweet corn
our sweet corn's about waist high.
Yes, about what, 3 feet or better?
Yeah, it's about 3 feet. Yeah.
And the field corn is in stages. Some of it's about 2 feet or so. Some of it's about 2 or 3
6
inches.
inches. Yeah. Some of it's kind of short.
Who cracked the corns, Jimmy? Is that Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care?
Hold on here. JJC Farm said, when growing sweet potatoes in a greenhouse, will trimming the vines hurt the crop? I don't know if I can answer that because I don't know. I've never trimmed mine. I don't know if it will or not. I don't want to lie to you, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it will or it won't.
Yeah, Rusty said he was trimming pine limbs. Danny's been trimming oak limbs. We have oak limbs in the back. He did that yesterday.
He did that yesterday. Trimmed all of them off of 2 trees here in the back.
They reached the house.
Yeah.
And so he has to trim them back like every, 3 or 4 months. They finally get back to the house again.
Yeah, about twice a year. Yeah, I do about twice a year.
Creek Bottom says we're getting the same storm shortly that they got in Oklahoma last night. Yes, the wind's been high all day. And what you said we probably won't get it till tomorrow?
We'll get it tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, according to what they said. Now,
Homestead Mama said her sweet corn is knee-high to a grasshopper. In other words,
I'm going to tell y'all something. I watched Homestead Mama a while ago. Y'all, if you don't watch her channel, you need to go watch it because, I mean, her live stream a while ago was just great. What I really loved about it, especially when she was talking about, the hormones and how that fluoride plays a huge part in hormone problems. And that's always been something, I mean, I realized this back in the early 1990s. I've never been in my life been on city water. Anywhere I've lived, I've always put my own well down. Even if there was city water there, I did not hook up to it. I put my own well in. And so I've never been on city water, but I do know what it does to the system.
Yeah. And I want to know, Donna Perry, you asked, did I see Mama? And I was wondering, I was trying to figure out Mama, and then you asked, did I see your question? Were you talking about Homestead Mama? Because Danny was watching it when I was taking a shower.
Yeah, Wanda was taking a shower. I was the one doing the watching and commenting.
And Miss B Lady wants to know, will we ship jams? After the conference, we'll see if there's any left, and we may do some of that later. Hey, Lori family. Is the weather then WDAM?
No, I don't. We don't get WDAM here. That's too far north. You're almost a Yankee for us.
He's going to have to move about
you have to
10 miles south.
Yeah, you got to move down to Brooklyn or somewhere. Yeah.
We get, what is it?
We get
WLOX.
We get WLOX, WXXV, and Channel 19. That's it. We don't get anything else. And plus, we don't watch TV, so I mean, we haven't turned the TV on here in months.
Donna Perry says, no, my mama was Carla Emery.
Dolly Perry?
Oh, are you Esther's sister?
Are you Esther's sister? Yeah.
Dolly, are you Esther's sister? I didn't make the connection.
Wow.
That's
a new, we had no clue about that. See, that's the thing about y'all always know who we are, but we never know who y'all are.
Hey, JM, thank you. And I'm drinking tea thanks to Homestead Mama. My tea has sage in it right now, and it's my sage. So I've got, we're on well water. I put sage and, gosh, I don't know what all I put in here. I put a combination of stuff.
Yeah, I hope she just always experimenting with stuff. I never know what's going to happen to her.
I put it like 3 or 4 different herbs over in here. She is
Esther's sister.
Wow.
Wow, cool. It is nice to meet you. I guess online meet you. I guess, I don't know. I don't have a picture, but it's nice to have you on.
That's awesome.
We're honored.
Yes, we've got Carla's book here, and
I've had Carla Emery's book for years.
Yes, and I got it down and was looking at it recently. I had never really just sat and just browsed through it like that, page by page, and I took and started at the beginning. And I'm just amazed that your mom had that much time to put that kind of an encyclopedia together. It's like, man, it's the best thing
It's the
I've
best
ever
book.
seen.
I bought that book. Oh gosh, I don't remember how many years ago it was. I bought that book. I mean, I fell in love with it back then. And
Yeah.
Yeah, B lady says fluoride hurts your mental ability. They want you to make us. They want to make us dumb. Actually, it goes all the way back to Germany. And Mama touched on this a little bit a while ago. And Adolf Hitler, they literally in Poland and different places where they flooded the water with fluoride. And what it does is it makes the brain passive. It takes the fight out of you. It feminizes men so that they have no fight left in them. Plus, I mean, it does so many things. Mama covered so much of that. That's the reason I wish y'all would go over and just watch her videos. Because, I mean, she spot on nailed it with a lot of stuff there. Fluoride's a byproduct of a lot of different things, mainly aluminum. These companies step in and they have to get rid of this waste, but they figured out a way to trick the American public into believing that fluoride was good for them through the use of dentists. And actually, fluoride causes your bones to become so hard that they become brittle, and that's why a lot of your older people are now falling and breaking hips and all that stuff. You used to didn't hear about that stuff.
Okay, your daughter Jennifer wanted to know, can you get the hat in pink? Jennifer, I think I did do a camouflage in a pink. I can't remember, but when you go to the site that's listed in the description below the video, it may not pop up till after the video's posted.
Yeah.
And when the video's posted, you can click that link and go straight to it. And the hat is in 2 or 3 different colors, and I do believe pink is one of them.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
Creek Bottom says, Danny, what was the name of the book you mentioned in Facing Armageddon? It was called The Dream Giver.
You know the name of the person who wrote it?
I did know the author, but
I didn't look it up to put it in a description. I'm sorry.
The Dream Giver is the name of the book. Just Google The Dream Giver, the book, and it should come up. Purchase Carla Emery's encyclopedia. Awesome. Yes, I'm telling you, it's an expensive book to buy. It's like $35, I think, what it costs, but
we do have it listed.
Well worth every dime.
Yeah, we do have it listed on our website. It's www.deepsouthhomestead.com. We have an affiliate page, and we have all kinds of things, and Esther's book is one of them. No, Carla's book is one of them, and Esther's is the other we have on there. So we do have both books. What do you do with ants in your taters?
We just get the taters before the ants finish them.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, we've got potatoes all over the floor in our dining room in there right now. I have to keep harvesting them every day just to keep the ants from literally eating in too deep into the potatoes.
Okay, will we be bringing hats to the conference?
No.
The hats and the T-shirts we are not bringing because it would cost us
It would cost
too
me
much.
It cost me $1,000 to bring all that.
And we just don't have the money, so you'll have to order them after the conference.
The information should be at the conference. We should have some cards and stuff like that that you can get.
Yeah, so you can order afterward, and that's something we need to talk about is the conference. For the people that are wanting to buy things at the conference, please bring cash.
Yeah, we will not accept anything but cash. If we have anything to sell, it will only be cash.
Because we don't have a smartphone with the app and all this stuff to take money.
We're still old school, y'all.
We're cash. We might trade. We might barter.
I don't know if I could barter. It depends what you got. You know?
Yeah, if you've got a teenage boy that can work real hard, we might have to barter for some services or something.
Okay, hold on, I got to catch up some of these. Kirkland Farm says, are fingerling potatoes the same as new potatoes? No.
No.
Fingerling potatoes are actually there's 2 or 3 different varieties of fingerling potatoes. We have the white Russian ones. Sounds like a mixed drink. We have the white Russian fingerling potatoes.
I wonder why he knows that.
But they're not the same thing. I missed some questions, and if I missed them, y'all can just repost them, and I'll try to get to them.
Yeah, because this chat's going pretty fast here.
You ever thought about making little hats for people's pets? Making the hats is not up to us; it's up to the manufacturer.
Yeah, so we, as far as right now, it's just T-shirts and hats. That's the only thing we have. We have 3 different T-shirts.
John Lord just put up something. He's exactly right. Chloramine is a new thing that they're putting in the water system now. It's created. It's from chlorine and is it nitrile? I can't remember. I did know all this. Nitric acid, and you can't filter that out of water. It has to be broken down back like it was. And the bee lady says it right. She says that aluminum causes dementia and Alzheimer's. Watch your cooking utensils. Yes, we don't cook in aluminum pots.
We don't use aluminum.
Matter of fact, I don't have plastics. I don't cook in any kind of plastics in my house. We don't even have a microwave in our house.
No.
We don't heat anything in plastic because plastic releases dioxin into your food when you heat in it. So we stay away from all that.
Yeah. Well, and two, at the conference, while we're there, there's a few things I need to talk about. I just forgot. The conference is sold out. So if you don't have tickets, it's too late unless
we can get you a ticket.
You are a veteran.
If you're a veteran and you want to go to this homesteading conference, the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference, contact us and we will see about. Contact Patera
on her channel or
at
Facebook.
Appalachian Homestead.
She's giving veterans and active military.
Anybody that's active military, yes.
Free tickets. But they're limited. Now she's limited them because she only had so many left. And she wants you to message her, and she will give you 2 tickets, one for you and one for a guest, in order to be coming to the conference. So there's a video in the description below when this airs that you can click on and go to Patera's channel, and she tells you what to do there.
Yeah. Catherine says my pressure cooker is aluminum. I think most all pressure cookers are aluminum.
But we're putting it in
you're
glass
putting it in a
jars.
jar. I mean, it's not actually getting in the food system there.
Harriet Hurley got a veteran ticket today. That's great.
Oh, cool.
Okay, Sinclair Pages is here. You guys, that's one thing I wanted to mention. He did a video this week, and if you'll go to Sinclair Pages later and watch, it's called
Deep South
Donut
Tree or Donut Seeds or something like that.
Donut Tree, something. That is the funniest thing ever. You guys got to watch and see. But Sinclair Pages, watch his Donut Tree, Deep South Donut Tree.
Deep South Donut Tree, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got another one from Mississippi, Lynn Russell from Tishomingo.
Yes, I think she's commented before.
She's commented before. I've seen her name, yeah.
So.
Next time on that.
Okay, and
to do aluminum and stainless steel pressure cookers and canners, get stainless. Yes, if you can get stainless, always go with stainless.
Okay, and on the conference, we are not part of the meet and greet at 6 o'clock.
This meet and greet that's going to take place at 6 o'clock Saturday night, we are not part of that.
The conference will still be going on.
The conference will still be going on at 6 o'clock. That's when most of the door prizes are going to be given away at 6 o'clock or right after.
She's giving some away during the day, but at 6, the rest of them will be going on. We will be doing a live stream.
We're going to be doing a live stream probably from up there, yeah.
And it will be somewhere after 6, probably 7 to 8 o'clock, somewhere in that area. We're going to have a few surprises.
There'll be a few surprises, the Lord willing. Let's put it that way.
We're going to have fun. So we won't be at any meet and greet. I know it's a lot of people
if you were coming thinking you would meet us is the reason we're saying that.
Yeah.
We're not going to be in that group. That has nothing to do with the Appalachian Homesteading Conference. This is something that a group of people that just wants to meet each other and get together afterwards to just have some fellowship.
And have fun.
And stuff like that. But that's not
something we can do because we were already committed to doing the conference. And so since the conference is not over, we will not be at the meet and greet, but we will still be at the conference center.
Yeah, we'll still be there.
So that's one thing we wanted to kind of clear up so that we knew that.
Let me say something to you. For those of you who are going to the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference, there will be no videoing allowed of the classes that are taking place there. You can take pictures in the outside areas, but once you go into a classroom for a class, there will be no videoing allowed other than the one doing the teaching. They set up a video camera and video what's going on. But that'll be it, literally. Okay, I know y'all doing a lot of talking about fluorine or
Yeah.
fluorine, and that's good that we get educated on these things because fluorine is, oh gosh, I have to go back to school and think. Fluorine is one of the most, I don't know if it's the most deadly chemical, but it's close to the top of one of the more deadly chemicals that we have out there. And I mean, this stuff is used in, look, fluoride, all these things. I'll give you, for instance, take roach spray, for instance. A household insecticide. It's just a couple of chemicals different than the gas we used in World War I and World War II to kill people with. When we got out of World War II, we had so much of this mustard gas and stuff left over that the government tried to figure out a way to dispose of it. So they actually had a chemist look at it, and he took away one or two of the chemicals. I can't remember the names of them. And actually now it's the same thing that you spray pests with in your house. I mean, that's how toxic this stuff is.
Tammy IM says chlorine turns her peas brown.
Yes. I mean, chlorine will do a lot of things to your food. I mean, a lot of people go, well, I don't drink chlorine. I take a bath in it. You actually absorb more chlorine by taking a bath in it than you do if you actually drink it because your cells in your body, your pores open up, and actually your body absorbs more of the chlorine by taking a bath in it than you actually do if you drink it.
Does it help to copyright your videos to protect from theft? I have no clue on that because
if somebody's going to steal your stuff, they can steal it. I mean, copywriting
Yeah.
just protects your rights afterwards. I mean,
people can take one of our videos, and I'm not saying you need to do this, but they could take it and they can take snippets of it and use it, and we would never know it.
I know John Lord's talking about the fireman course here. We have what's called the Bluebird course here. Usually if there's a chemical spill and if you drive up and you see dead police officers laying around, then haul tail because they call it the Bluebird effect. They jumped out of a vehicle with a chlorine smell, not realizing that the air was toxic and it overcame them and killed them. So I mean that's there's I studied this stuff so deep years ago. I could get lost doing this stuff.
Okay, so we changing subject.
So we're going to change the subject because chemicals and stuff like that and getting into this kind of stuff, that is one of my fields, and I literally love it,
And I get bored with it because I don't know what he's talking about. All I know is it's bad for you and you don't need it. Okay.
That's like chemtrails and all that stuff, man. I was studying that stuff back in the early 1990s,
Okay, we have a winner to announce.
Oh, we do have a winner, yes.
On Sunday, I think, of last week, I did the MunchPak review.
Yes.
And MunchPak is actually snacks from around the world. And I got a lot of flack because people saying, since being in the hospital, I shouldn't be eating this. But I only took bites of each one to taste it and see what it tasted like. And some of them are really very good. Actually, most everything was good except for the gummies. They were awful. And if y'all were watching, you saw me pitch one over the side of the porch because it was nasty. I just don't like gummies anyway.
Right.
And so the lady that contacted me said I could give one away, and we did the randomizer last night.
Yeah.
And Pamela Curry, Curry, Pamela Curry is the winner. So Pamela, if you will, you have till I'd say Monday night to get in touch with us. That gives you a couple of days for Pamela Curry to get in touch with us on either Facebook or here in private messaging, on YouTube, whatever, and let us know, and we will contact the company and they will send you a MunchPak. And those are very interesting because I've been watching the reviews. I'd never heard of them, and I watched several of the reviews that people are doing. They do some weird stuff when they do those things. I was very calm with it. A lot of people do some strange stuff.
They do some weird stuff,
And they get millions of views, and I only got less than 2,000. So, but the MunchPak is really a neat idea. And they do that every month. You can get them every month or every 2 weeks or every week if you want it, different sizes and all. So,
okay.
That was one of our things.
B Lady said, she made a comment a while ago that a lot of your toothpaste have fluoride in it. Most all toothpaste has fluoride in it. Wanda and I use one called Tom's. It's
And even
fluoride
Tom's
free.
has
Tom's has fluoride in them,
yeah,
but you have to buy the fluoride free.
you
But
have
the
to
other day
watch.
I noticed that Cargill had bought out Tom's toothpaste, and I do not trust Cargill Chemical Company whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it may be that even we stop using Tom's here before long.
And we can make our own.
We can make our own,
It's
yeah.
just that with everything else going, I don't see how sometimes I have time to make
We don't have
things
time
like
to make
that.
breakfast most times.
So,
Oh,
but now, one other
okay.
thing I need to announce. This coming week, Two Family Homestead is doing a collaboration, and last I saw, there's about 60, if I saw the number right, 60 different channels participating in the Homestead Dinner collaboration. And we're going to be putting up a video, I think Monday, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they're asking sometime next week. So we're going to be putting up a video with the Homestead Dinner collaboration with Two Family Homestead sometime next week.
Pia says, my Patriot Supply, is this a good place to buy emergency food? Pia, anytime you buy emergency food, just look at a couple of things. First of all, look at the calorie count in these foods and look in them to make sure that they're non-GMO. A lot of them are loaded with sodium, and if you're in an off-grid, you know, one of these things that, that SHTF, I'm trying to think of letters here, happens, you don't want to be loading your body up with lots of sodium and high calorie foods that are going to make you constipated, because that's one of these things about, especially like MREs. MREs are great calorie loaders. I mean, they get you through the day, but 90% of the people who eat them is going to end up so constipated that that they're just in trouble. So I mean, you got to take a lot of these things into consideration. And Beth, I missed your question a while ago. I did see it about fertilizing with triple 13. Can you broadcast it? And now you're asking, can I fertilize between my rows? It depends on how close your rows are together. We just side dress. If we go to do anything with triple 13, we just side dress with it. We put it about 6 to 8 inches from our plant, and we then we hill the dirt up over it so that the sun doesn't draw the nutrition out of it.
Yes, and I've used the coconut oil and peppermint that Rain Country's talking about, mixing up some coconut, a touch of baking soda. I'll get them mixed up.
Yeah, baking soda.
A touch of baking soda and peppermint. That makes a really excellent toothpaste.
And we do, occasionally we'll oil pull with extra virgin coconut oil. We will do what's called oil pulling with that too. I mean, there's lots of ways. I mean, the old people, if you actually go back and sit down and talk to some of the elders like I have, they actually chewed on black gum twigs, because the fibers in the black gum twigs would get all in your teeth, and literally it cleaned their teeth pretty well. And a lot of them would eat things like lemons or oranges and stuff like that, and the citric acids they said would help clean them.
Yeah. Somebody said you learn to save certain parts of the MRE to break things loose.
Yes.
I'm assuming she's talking about to give, so
yeah.
you won't be constipated.
So you won't be constipated,
I got you.
Yeah. The best thing to do is if you can find any kind of nuts. Nuts are one of the best, how should I word this? One of the best stool softeners that you can get that's a natural one to use. Pecans, anything like that, almonds, all this kind of stuff. You can find it in the wild. It will definitely help loosen you up if you get it that way.
Filtered or unfiltered coconut oil. We buy the extra virgin
unfiltered
coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we do
I think
the unfiltered.
It's unfiltered.
Yeah.
Two Family says there is still time to get in the home style. Did I write something else? I think I wrote homestead. Is it home style?
Home style dinner collaboration.
Okay, so I've got the wrong word. I've got to change a word. I wrote homestead. We got to have home style dinner collaboration. So anybody that still wants to, contact Two Family Homestead. All right.
I seen somebody mention something about soybeans as it went by. I don't know.
Dolphin Man wants to know whatever happened to Pastor and Plaid.
He's doing blogs now because he's so backed up with everything that he's doing. That he has it's in our link below, isn't it?
It will be when this video's up.
Yeah.
His blog will be listed. It's down in it. And he also commented on Danny's Armageddon video. And if y'all didn't see that comment, you guys need to go back and watch look through it and find Pastor and Plaid's comment on the Armageddon. He really did a good poll on what was going on in the comment section there.
Yeah.
And the blog will be in the description. It's Pastor and Plaid. Dot something another.
A lot of people here are talking about using baking soda for toothpaste, and also as you use baking soda, remember this: if it happens to get in your throat and goes down in your stomach, it's not a bad thing because baking soda does calm the acids down in your stomach and actually neutralizes the pH in your system, so it's not a bad thing. Whereas swallowing toothpaste is a bad thing.
Tammy I.M. says they're going gluten-free. Do I have a cookbook? Yes.
Yes.
I will have the cookbook at the conference, and if there's any left over, they'll still be on the Etsy store. But if I'm out, I will have to reorder, and it'll take about a month to get them in.
Liz Todd said honey is a great antibiotic. Hospitals are also using it now. That's correct. Honey's only good for adults. Newborn children who do not have an immune system built up yet, it's not recommended for them.
Yes, and we use a lot of
We use a lot of honey.
A lot of honey.
Yeah, lots of honey.
Okay, I'm not sure if she's...
I'm losing track of everything.
That video was awesome sauce. I'm not sure which video she's talking about, but okay.
Could have been with somebody else. I mean, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're catching every 6 or 8 comments, so we're not sure what some of them are pertaining to.
Okay. Where are we? We got to go in here. You got your MunchPak. We got how to preserve English peas. We put up a video about that because we are getting lots and lots of English peas now. The only concern we have is when we go to the conference is that we don't lose a lot of our vegetables because we got green beans, we got English peas, all this stuff is just piling in on us here, and we're just hoping that we don't lose any of that.
Yes.
Julie said the Armageddon video. Okay.
Yeah. And JM at the Nut House, she says she's getting packed up and ready to go. She's leaving out, and I think she's headed out early. She's going to be in Tennessee early. We're going to be meeting her Friday. She and I talked quite a bit, but we have not got to hug yet. So we will be giving JM at the Nut House a big hug on Friday.
Yeah. A lot of comments about honey here. That looks good. I mean, all y'all are accurate on a lot of that stuff.
We use honey. I haven't had coffee a lot in 3 weeks. I've only had 2 or 3 cups in 3 weeks. But when I was doing coffee every morning, I put honey in it. She
used honey.
And then when we make baked sweet potatoes, I cut them open after they're done and drizzle honey in it. And what else do I use it for? Lots of times in bacon.
It doesn't matter.
Instead of sugar, I will use honey in that.
Yeah.
If we do anything with berries, I add honey to it. I have a energy snack, I call it, that I add honey to. It's yogurt, peanut butter, honey, chia seeds. I can't remember what else.
Ask me. This is your concoction.
I mix all that up and it's got honey in it. So I add honey to a lot of things.
She has got coffee beans planted. I think I told y'all that the other day. She has those organic coffee beans that was mailed to her.
We haven't put that out yet, but yeah, okay.
But she started all kind of stuff going on around here.
It's green organic coffee beans. They've never been roasted. They're organic, so there's been nothing done to them. And the lady that sent them to me, we just asked that y'all pray for Miss Paula. She's having some health issues, but she sent them to me, and she said she had some growing already, I believe, if I understood her correctly. Yeah. And I roasted some the other day because I just couldn't stand it. That's how come I've had a cup of coffee. And when I did, I roasted them, and then I ground them with my coffee grinder. And when Danny walked in, he goes, "Oh, my goodness, I can smell the coffee."
I can smell it then, yeah. Rusty said he eats a spoonful of honey every morning for his allergies. That's right. If you have local honey grown in your area, It's fantastic for allergies. I mean, it's its own antihistamine, literally. I mean, it really works. It really works good. And Faye Cartwright says she uses the Manuka honey. Actually, Manuka honey is actually from, where's it, Australia, I believe it's from
I don't
someplace.
know, but I just got some Manuka honey
Yeah.
the other day. How is my cotton doing? It's about, what, 2 or 3 inches tall?
Yeah, it's about 3 inches tall. Yeah.
And most of it didn't come up. I got like 6 plants that came up out of 20.
It rained and packed it so hard, and it turned off its soil. Y'all, I don't understand this here. As hot as it's been, when I go over there to dig those potatoes up, when I dig my hands down in that dirt, that's like putting my hands in a refrigerator. The ground is so cold. I'm not understanding it. The sun's out so hot.
Yeah. And I'm replanting my cotton. I'm going to be replanting.
Yeah. Beth says, Danny, how do you go about getting honey hives on your land? Well, we contacted he contacted us, a beekeeper that ships bees all over the United States, and wanted to know if he could overwinter them here at our place. And he was leaving, what was it, like 100 hives here at a time? Mm-hmm. We had 100 hives that would arrive sometime in October, and they stayed till about May.
Yeah, and John Lawrence says, where's our sugarcane plot? We actually have 2.
We have 2 of them.
The video that was up today.
The video today has 1.
Has 1 of them in it, and the other one I didn't show. It's behind the house here.
It's right next to those tomatoes that's in the video.
I just didn't show it. Wondering if coffee plants contaminate soil like Roundup. Mine is actually in cups because I wasn't sure if coffee would mess with other plants.
Yeah.
And they haven't come up yet. They've only been there 3 or 4 days, so we shall see.
Yeah, she's right. A lot of your trees and plants have roots that give off chemicals. Like one of them is like black walnut. I mean, it does that. You know, your walnut trees give off a chemical in the ground. It keeps things from growing around them. A eucalyptus tree does the same thing. Kogon grass gives off an allopathic chemical in the soil that prevents anything from sprouting around about it. So you have to be careful about what you plant.
I was seeing Maine, Maine something Homestead. They said they had fermented garlic and drank some of that throughout the winter and didn't get sick. I use colloidal silver. And if I know that any kind of germs are going around, I start downing colloidal silver every day. And I've not really been sick in several years. I'd say 6 or 7 years since Danny and I have been married. Have I? I don't think I have.
Neither one of us have been sick.
And about 5 years before that, I know I didn't take any. I wasn't sick. But if anything is going on and I think there's germs around, I start with my colloidal silver.
Yeah.
So no, I haven't done the garlic, but I do colloidal silver.
I'm not sure how you pronounce this name. Xiphos is exactly right. The old people used to put green walnuts hulls and or just walnut shells in croaker sacks and throw them in a pond, and it literally takes the oxygen out of the water, and the fish would float to the top, and they would actually get the fish out of the ponds. That's how they cleaned out a lot of people's ponds at night, sneaking around getting people's fish.
Kirkland Farm says, will I make a video on how to make that? Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about how to make. You'll have to put how to make what I'm to do a video on.
Mr. Rain says, you guys are lovesick. Now, he would be right about that. Yeah, if there's anybody in this world, I love this woman here now, I'm going to tell you.
We are in love, you guys.
We are in love.
Put coffee grounds around the tomatoes and peppers. It seems to keep the pest away. Yes,
that's okay. You just have to be careful doing that because coffee grounds are extremely acidic.
Yeah.
And it will make your soil more acidy, you know, because tomatoes are they need a neutral pH to do really well.
When I was drinking coffee, we always put them in our compost and then we added that to it, so it kind of breaks it down.
Yeah, we always add a little bit of lime to the compost.
Okay,
where are we at?
Well, you started on English peas, but did we ever get there?
We did. Yeah, we did it. We got through. Porch time. We talked about.
You talked about Armageddon.
We talked about Armageddon. A lot of people want to know, are we facing Armageddon? The answer is no.
And we did a live stream there.
We did a live stream about that, but let me just take this one step further, y'all. I don't believe that we are going to be going to war with North Korea, and I'll tell you why.
Oh,
Um, because this is really all about money. The THAAD system that we are installing in South Korea to protect our troops. Now, if there's any troops in the world that's vulnerable to being destroyed, it would be the troops in South Korea. Because North Korea could launch a missile over there and take out the whole base, actually, before we could stop it, really. But really, that's just a death trap, and everybody knows that. But what the deal is this THAAD system we put in costs billions of dollars, and the president we have now, President Trump is about balancing the budget, and he knows that we're just blowing money over there. And what he's trying to do is get South Korea to actually pay for this defense system if if they want to have it in there. And if they don't want to have it in there, then we're not going to pay for it any longer, basically. And what I think will happen is either China or Russia will end up taking out Kim Jong-un because he's just a menace because China nor Russia wants to see the U.S. actually strike North Korea and take it over because they do not want us on their border. They will end up dealing with this situation probably before we do in some manner. You'll probably just wake up one morning and find out that Kim Jong-un is already gone and they've sent in some kind of team to take care of him, and they'll set up a new communist leader system there because they don't want freedom on their borders. That's basically the bottom line. Now, we may end up doing a preemptive strike, and we may have a skirmish there, but I really don't look for us to be the one going to war with them.
Okay, I figured out what they're wanting. They're wanting a video on colloidal silver. I did a video
we already have a video
colloidal
on that.
silver and on how Danny made my machine. It works real well. It's cheap. It's easy to make. Less than $50?
Yeah.
And you can make your own colloidal silver machine. The thing that costs is the silver rods. And you have to have 99.99% pure silver. You do not want anything in your silver but silver. So the rods do cost you, and you do have to buy them through a reputable company. Some people use like silver coins and silver spoons, but you have to make sure it's 100% silver when you use it. And I've had my silver rods, I got them through a jewelry company. And in my video, in the description below it, I put the jewelry company that I bought my silver from, and you have to specify 99.99% pure silver because they sell several kinds of silver. So, Rain Country just put up the link so you can find it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here making a lot of comments about North Korea. I mean, there's a lot of things about North Korea, and it is true, some of these things. North Korea, last I looked, did have the largest submarine fleet in the world. But y'all have to understand, their submarines are so antique that I don't care. I think they have like 50-something of them, the best I remember. They're like sitting ducks out there. I mean, they're not hard to find. Our equipment is so sophisticated, we can locate one of them in a matter of minutes. We know where they're all at. Even though North Korea does have all these things, like the missile they launched, this ICBM they launched yesterday, it didn't go but just a few miles high and it disintegrated. The possibilities of this ever actually happening is very slim because of the technology we have. We can actually take this thing down and not ever have to fire a missile. We can do it through radio waves and stuff like that. We can distort it to where it destroys its own self.
Yeah, somebody said they watched my video and the link to the silver rods did not work. Okay, companies go out of business all the time, so I'm not sure how you would find a reputable. I haven't bought silver in so long till I'm really not sure. I'd have to look for some companies or ask someone that does buy the silver rods.
John Lord makes a comment that's very accurate there. The U.S. and Japan have the largest navy. Actually, Russia has just designed the largest nuclear submarine on the face of the earth, but this submarine is being used in the Antarctic, underneath the Antarctica. They're doing something up there. I've looked at one of their military bases in the Antarctic, and it's amazing what they're doing. But that's what this sub is for. It's not really for anything else that I've been able to find out. China has such a small Navy fleet that I think they just put out their first aircraft carrier, maybe. I mean, their submarine fleet is very small. So, you know, we are very superior to most of these places.
B Lady says, do they sell everything we need to make colloidal silver? There is a site, and I can't remember the name of it. One of the sites is a very reputable colloidal silver site, and I think I put it in the link. I have it on Facebook, and I keep up with the guy, but he sells some very expensive machines, but I do believe you can get the silver rods through him. You just may pay a good price for them, but he is very reputable. I'll just have to look it up and try to do a quick video at some point on colloidal silver.
Kathleen, that's a very good question. And Joey, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what kind of shape your potatoes is in, so I can't help you. But it's very possible that Trump took out these two missiles while waiting on China to make a decision about how they're going to deal with Kim Jong-un. I kind of feel like he probably did, because we do have that technology. And I think it's just ticking Kim Jong-un off that he can't get his missiles up. And so I believe it probably was Trump that done it.
Rain says, is it silver lungs? I think that might be it, but I'm not 100%. I can't remember the name. I've not looked at that site in a while. But yeah, it could be. Seems like that sounds familiar. Pio was saying something about growing moringa. We have, 4 moringa trees in my herb garden.
Yeah.
And one of them is starting to bloom. It bloomed in the greenhouse this winter, and it's fixing to bloom again. So moringa is a pretty easy to grow plant, seems like. I was given my 4 trees. I've not gotten any up from seed yet.
Sherry says soda out of SOTA out of Canada has silver rods. They last forever. 9-volt batteries. If you can find the silver rods, I mean, that's great.
Yeah, so check.
We got ours at a jewelry shop, actually.
Yes, mine came through from a jewelry shop, and I've had those silver rods. Well, I bought a coil. I bought like a 6-foot coil of silver and made my own rods from it, because I just had to clip it the lengths I wanted. And I think I've had it 10 or 15 years. I've had it a long, long time. So that's, that's something that I've not had to buy, is because I've had the coil all these years. And Beth was saying she was confused about the silver. You make a silver water. The particles, how do you say it? They suspend in the water?
They suspend in the water, yeah. They don't touch each other. They don't touch the bottom of the jar or anything like that. The electrolysis from positive and negative, you can actually see the ions moving back and forth across in it through the electrolysis. And
it's an antibiotic.
It's an antibiotic. I mean, let's go back and let's just be realistic. Our forefathers, in their water pails that they hung out on the porch, every one of them had a silver dollar in it, because even they knew that if you put silver over into the water, it would kill germs. It would kill germs in the water, and the water would always be safe to drink. Even in biblical times, the kings and stuff like that were served on silver platters. It's proven fact. You can take a fresh steak and lay it on a silver platter and put it outside in the heat. The side that is against the silver will not grow bacteria. The other side will actually begin to deteriorate, but the side that's touching the silver will not deteriorate. It will stay fresh.
Okay, what's my favorite cookware?
Cast iron.
Well, I like stainless steel.
I don't like stainless because of nickel and chromium. I
like the cast iron.
Yeah, cast iron is my favorite.
I like my stainless for some things because it's so easy to clean up. I mean, most all our pots are pure. They're good stainless, heavy stainless pots. Yeah. We do not have.
Oh, y'all got to excuse me for yawning, but
yeah, he's bone tired.
I'm bone tired.
We do have those coated. What are they? Ceramic.
We have ceramic coated cast iron. We do have ceramic coated cast iron,
and those work pretty good. But overall, I do like my silver pots really well.
Oh, okay. This is a product called Soap Shield. I would mix it with a
Okay.
container spray.
We're not
Okay.
gonna get through all our videos. Y'all just gonna I'm just hoping y'all watched them and stuff like that. But
John, if you have platinum hair or white hair, that's a lack of copper in your system. As we get older, we lose copper in our system, and our hair begins to gray and whiten because we have loss of copper. Copper is what controls the flexibility of muscles inside the body. And I'm sure you probably know that. I mean, you're a very intelligent man. I can tell that.
yeah, they use silver in the hot. They used to use silver
They
a
used
lot.
to,
They
yeah.
still do now, and it's starting to come back a lot in your bandages. Babies even they put silver drops in their eyes when they're born.
Yep.
The space shuttle uses a lot of
There's a
silver
lot of
in a
silver
lot
on
of
it. Yeah.
different ways. So the government knows that silver's good. It's just that when they quit using it,
Pharmaceutical companies can't make money on it.
yeah,
That's the
they
bottom
quit using
line.
it as medicine
Yeah.
when in the 20s because of the price of silver got so high that people couldn't afford it anymore and people did not have money and so they started
Catherine,
using pharmaceuticals came into business at
Catherine says,
that.
I need to find some old pennies to suck.
You don't want copper.
Well, copper is good. That's the reason your hair turns gray because of
Oh,
loss
you're
of
talking about
copper.
for that. I
Yeah.
got you. All right, dude.
Amanda said, cut that out. You're making me yawn. Oh, look, I'm telling you, it's been a long day, sweetheart.
Yeah, he's tired, and next weekend is going to be even worse. We're going to be extremely tired, so y'all just going to see us at our. But the upside is the internet will be awesome next week. So if we're buffering tonight, hopefully next week we will not buffer. So if y'all want to see us really, really in without buffering,
It just depends on how I feel because I'm going to be honest with y'all.
he may get him a nap.
I'm used to taking a nap in the middle of the day, and when I get around all these people who want to hug and love on everybody and stuff like that, I don't know what kind of moment I'm going to have.
Yeah, he's going to be really tired by the time we live stream next week.
Um,
So,
Miss Sheila says, really? So gray hair in younger people could be a lack of copper? Yes. Also, copper is what causes heart attacks. Lack of copper in your body. The copper is what makes the muscles flexible where they work good. And any patient that's ever had heart attacks, so you'll ever look at their metabolic makeup, they are deficient in copper because a lack of copper in your system causes cramps. It causes all kind of things, just like a lack of potassium. The heart is a muscle, and when it's no longer able to be flexible, it cramps up, and that's what causes a heart attack.
yeah, bunch of hippie huggers.
Oh,
That's
if I let
probably
my
what's
hair
in it.
down, if I let this hair down, yeah, y'all be calling me a hippie.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of hugging this next
Hey, I
weekend.
know it. I don't know if I'm a hugger or not, but
Yes, he's a hugger, y'all. I'm just telling you. So, but
oh,
we have 9 minutes. If you guys want to go ahead and
yeah,
be putting
throw up
your
your prayer
prayer
request.
requests, I have a few. Miss Paula, the lady that sent me the coffee beans, we want to put her on there because she has some issues. We want to add Miss Kathleen. She has gotten a report that she has cancer and has to do some therapy and all this stuff and possibly surgery. Um, Patera and James. Patera is way past head deep in this conference, so she really needs our prayers, and we want to always keep James in prayers. I'm missing somebody because I forgot.
I'm reading the comments.
I forgot to write it down. Let me go back and see because I probably have it for last week too.
They said you're gonna get all the hugs.
Oh, good. Well, I'm a hugger too.
She's a hugger. Yeah.
I think that I can't remember. There's probably somebody that said something I keep forgetting.
Rusty said I'm not a hugger. That's why I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, and Sherry sends about copper bracelets. I have a copper bracelet. I used to wear it all the time. I just hadn't in a long time.
Some people are actually allergic to copper. I'm allergic to nickel. I'm not allergic to copper that I know of.
Yeah, and I see, people
are throwing up a lot of things. I see a lot of things about tumors and, y'all, we got to pray for this country
That was going to be my next.
We got to pray for this country. There's some serious stuff coming up. I'm telling you, I'm not going to say what it is, but there's some serious stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks that could change the course of this country. So we need to really keep this country in prayer.
And Miss Big Lady's asking how I'm doing. Right now, the pressure in my chest is down to a really minimum, basically. And for the most part, I do really well. I get exhausted easier now, and still the hot flashes. But so far, during this live stream, I'm drinking sage now, Homestead Mama. And I've not had a hot flash. I don't know if it's because of the sage or because he turned the air conditioner on.
Look, this is the first time this year we've had the air conditioner on. We did it so we could live stream tonight.
And I wouldn't be going.
And she wouldn't be sitting here fanning herself. I'm trying to take care of her. Let's see. People's talking about putting copper in the water. I always took plain copper pipes, pieces of copper pipe, and put in my water barrels for my goats and my cattle and stuff like that, because goats need copper. As a matter of fact, I use copper boluses on them a lot of times, and copper actually keeps algae and stuff like that from growing in your water. My water tanks always stay crystal clear. But now with sheep, you cannot do that with sheep, because copper will actually kill a sheep. So you have to be careful and know your animals and know what's going on.
And Beth's husband's fixing to go on insulin shots.
Oh, wow. I know she said he was a diabetic, so it must be progressing. And we also want to keep Patera's husband, James, in our prayers.
I mentioned that.
Did you?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
not paying me no attention.
I was just reading comment. Okay.
Yeah, we do. We want to keep James in our prayers.
And the Homesteading Conference.
The conference, that all goes well, everybody has a good time.
Yeah.
And that people flying in have safe travels, and they have safe travels back home.
Yeah.
The ones of us that are driving, that it's not pouring down raining and we have some bad weather, that we can kind of skirt the weather a little bit.
Yeah.
Lady says the country and her family.
Yeah. RH negative people need more copper. That's exactly right, Becky. I was going to bring that out and it slipped my mind. Let's see. I guess.
Why do copper pots and bowls have to be sealed?
They don't want you to be healthy, I reckon.
I don't know. I do know in the stores they're starting to use a lot of copper for cooking in the oven and stuff, because I saw copper-lined pans.
Well, copper's a natural antibiotic.
But I mean, it reflects the heat somehow and causes things to brown better. I'm really not sure the concept of it. I saw it in the stores in the last couple of weeks, and I thought I might try and see what that is. Hey, Dirt Pat, she thought from the thumbnail that Danny would be napping through this one. He was napping before this.
I was napping right before it.
I had to take the thumbnail while he was sleeping,
She took a picture of me while I was crashed out there, man.
He always tries to sleep a little bit, but today he was just so tired.
Yeah, I mean, there's only the two of us, and as much as we've got going on, we have 6 gardens.
Yeah.
And trying to keep up 6 gardens where there's no grass in them or anything like that, I mean, it's a full-time job.
Yeah, somebody says stop feeding your husband sugar, white bread, and white rice. We eat none of that stuff.
I don't eat any of that stuff,
Now,
so she must be talking to somebody else.
She could be, but limited sugar, and we use organic sugar lots of times and honey, but we do not do bread at all and no white rice.
Yeah, John Lord said all of our ancestors used copper, and that's exactly right. They did. Now, Bandana Grandma is right. We have the same issue that she's talking about here. A lot of places in our area here, the water is extremely acidic, and it's eating the copper pipes up in people's houses, because I've had to go in and fix copper pipes in several homes around here where the acidy water has eaten up, and then put a pH neutralizing system in the house.
The Music Well says,
I've
too
only
bad
got 3 minutes to pray, so if I'm going to pray,
OGK and OGN aren't coming to the comments. We tried talking them into coming, and I guess we didn't succeed, but they just moved, so they had some downtime they needed instead of travel. Okay, go ahead and pray.
We got to pray. Father, we thank you for the day. We thank you for loving us. And Father, thank you for giving us a good live stream tonight. And Lord, I want to take this opportunity right now. I want to pray for these people, Lord, I want to pray for their requests that they put up. I've seen a lot of issues mentioned here tonight, Father. I can't name them every one, but Lord, you're the great physician and you know what they are. Lord, I pray that you'll answer them, and Father, that you'll do it in a way that will cause them to glorify you, Father. And Lord, that's what we're all about, is just glorifying you and lifting up the kingdom of heaven now. Father, thank you that we're able to talk about a broad spectrum of subjects tonight. And Lord, I think that there's a lot of people on here that maybe learned a lot of things that they might be able to use in a life-changing event if something was to happen and they couldn't get places. Father, they're being educated and they're learning, and that's what our desire is to help people to be able to help themselves through hard times now. And Father, thank you for using us to do that, and thank you for giving us very intelligent people on here, Lord, who can carry on decent conversations, and they're wise enough to know what to do and when to do and to share their information also. And Father, I thank you for people like that. And Lord, I thank you for just being so good to our country. And Lord, I do pray for our country right now, that the men that we have in position to run our military and our battlefields, that they'll lean on you for wisdom and knowledge and guidance and understanding and know when to do something, Lord. And Father, if we should have to strike North Korea, I pray that we'll do it in a way that, Lord, that'll be very humane and at the same time get the job done, Lord. So thank you for the live stream tonight. Thank you for the people that showed up, Father. Now, Lord, I just pray that you'll send these people over to watch Zach and his wife, because, Lord, that's a really good channel. They've got some good information. They're good people. Lord, we just pray they'll have a good live stream also. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Okay, guys, head over to An American Homestead with Zach and Jamie. I'm on Jamie and Zach.
Yeah, she's going to get it done.
I'm going to mix up the letters. And we will see some of you guys next weekend in Tennessee at the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference.
Bye, y'all.